Hello, I'm Dr. Caroline Bennett. Today, I want to paint a picture that might be very familiar to you. You're in a comfortable setting, perhaps reading a book or watching a movie, but your hands feel like blocks of ice. Or maybe you're in bed under several blankets, but your feet refuse to warm up, remaining cold and numb. Have you ever extended your hand to greet someone and felt a pang of embarrassment at the coldness of your touch? For millions of people, especially after the age of 50, the sensation of having chronically cold hands and feet is a frustrating reality. The standard response we hear is, "Oh, it's just poor circulation. It's normal with age." And so, we resign ourselves to wearing thicker socks and avoiding handshakes, accepting it as another burden of aging. But what if I told you this resignation is unnecessary? What if the solution to warming your extremities wasn't in external heaters, but in awakening an inner fire? A secret kept for centuries in wisdom traditions that modern science is now beginning to unravel. In this video, we will reveal the true reason behind this persistent cold, and I will introduce you to a simple, spicy drink that acts as a true thermostat for your body, warming you from the inside out. First, let's correct a common misconception. Saying you have poor circulation is like saying a car won't start because it's broken. It's a description of the symptom, not the root cause. The issue, in most cases, does not lie in the major arteries and veins, but in what we call the microcirculation. Imagine your circulatory system as a country's road network. The arteries are the major highways that carry blood from the heart. The veins are the roads that bring it back. But the real delivery of oxygen, nutrients, and most importantly, heat doesn't happen on the highways. It happens on the local streets, in the alleys, and in the driveways of every house, which are our capillary vessels. Cold hands and feet are, in fact, a traffic jam, or a roadblock in these tiny peripheral streets. But what causes this traffic jam? Generally, there are two main culprits working together. The first is peripheral vasoconstriction. This is a technical term for the narrowing of these small blood vessels in the body's extremities. It's a survival mechanism. When the body feels cold, it restricts blood flow to the hands and feet to keep heat in the vital organs. The problem is that for some people, this system is overreactive. The body's traffic controller is overly cautious and closes these local streets unnecessarily, even when there is no intense cold, leaving your hands and feet isolated and icy. The second culprit is what we can call sluggish blood, or increased blood viscosity. Think about traffic again. Sometimes the problem isn't that the road is narrow, but that the cars themselves are moving slowly or are stuck too close together. Factors like dehydration, chronic inflammation, and the gradual buildup of plaque on the vessel walls can make the blood thicker and stickier. This makes it much harder for the heart to pump blood through those already narrow capillary streets, resulting in less heat and oxygen reaching your fingers and toes. As we age, after 50, the natural elasticity of our blood vessels decreases, and the risk of these small traffic jams increases, making the problem even more apparent. So, how do we instruct the traffic controller to open the roads and ensure the cars flow freely? The surprising answer lies in a common but extraordinarily powerful spice, cayenne pepper. And its effect goes far beyond the sensation of heat you feel in your mouth. It's a profound physiological reaction that directly addresses the causes we've just discussed. The magical compound behind this power, the real secret, is capsaicin. Capsaicin is the substance that gives the pepper its characteristic heat, and it acts in the body like a true traffic engineer. Its first and most immediate mechanism of action is vasodilation. When you consume capsaicin, it binds to special receptors in your nerve cells. This interaction sends a cascading signal that instructs the tiny muscles in the walls of your blood vessels to relax. When these muscles relax, the vessels dilate. That is, the roads widen. This happens throughout the body, but is particularly effective in the microcirculation. It's as if the traffic controller receives an order to open all the blocked local streets, allowing a wave of warm, oxygen-rich blood to flow freely to the very tips of your fingers. Several studies, such as those published in the Journal of Vascular Research, have already demonstrated the remarkable ability of capsaicin to induce vasodilation and significantly improve peripheral blood flow. But capsaicin doesn't stop there. It also works to improve the quality of the traffic, that is, the health of your blood and vessels. Research indicates that capsaicin can help reduce LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, and triglycerides, which are the components that form the plaques that can clog our body's highways. Additionally, it has a mild blood-thinning effect, helping to prevent platelets from clumping together excessively, which improves fluidity and reduces viscosity. Finally, capsaicin has a thermogenic effect. This means it slightly increases your body's metabolic rate, causing your cells to burn more energy and, as a result, generate more heat. It literally turns up your internal thermostat. So, by consuming cayenne pepper, you are not just forcing heat to your extremities. You are actively producing more heat throughout your entire body. Now let's turn this fascinating science into a simple and effective daily ritual, which I call the daily fire elixir. The most important word here is start slow. Capsaicin is potent, and your body needs time to adapt. The recipe is incredibly simple. You will need a glass of warm water, not boiling, to help with dissolution, the juice of half a lemon, which is optional but adds a pleasant flavor, and vitamin C, also great for vessel health, and of course cayenne pepper powder. The dosage is the most critical point. Do not start with a teaspoon. Start with a tiny amount. Think of the tip of a kitchen knife, or about 1/16 of a teaspoon. The goal here is not to feel an unpleasant burn in your throat, but rather a gentle warming sensation spreading through your body a few minutes after drinking. Mix the cayenne pepper into the warm water until it is well dissolved, and then add the lemon juice if desired. The best time for this ritual is in the morning, on a relatively empty stomach. This helps to wake up and stimulate your circulatory system for the day ahead. My professional tips are crucial for success and safety. Increase the dose very gradually over several weeks as your tolerance builds. Listen to your body. Always use a high-quality, preferably organic, cayenne pepper powder. The color should be a vibrant red, indicating it is fresh and potent. If you have a more sensitive stomach, you can have your elixir after a light meal, like a banana or some yogurt, to protect the gastric lining. In conclusion, cold hands and feet do not have to be your life sentence. They are a clear signal that your microcirculation is asking for help. The ultimate solution is rarely found in another pair of socks, but in warming your body from the inside out, using the vasodilating and thermogenic power that nature offers us in the form of cayenne pepper. With this simple ritual, you are taking an active and powerful step to reactivate your circulation and bring back warmth, color, and vitality to your extremities. However, I must give you a very important warning. Cayenne pepper is a potent medicinal spice and is not for everyone. If you suffer from gastrointestinal conditions like gastritis, ulcers, or gastroesophageal reflux disease (GERD), this ritual may aggravate your symptoms. If you take anticoagulant medications, the famous blood thinners, capsaicin can potentiate their effect, which requires medical supervision. People with hypertension should also seek professional guidance before adopting this habit. The golden rule is, always start with the smallest possible dose to test your tolerance, and when in doubt, always consult your doctor. Now I want to hear from you. Do you also suffer from cold hands and feet? What has been your strategy for staying warm? Share your experiences and tips in the comments. If this video gave you a new perspective and a practical solution, please show your support by clicking the like button so this vital information can reach more people. And of course, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for more natural, science-based solutions for a healthier and more vibrant life.